Ashton again, and this is Muse, as you know. I need to say, Muse, the muses are those delighted by art, who make communities better by urging and applauding art of all kinds, and that's a big kind of kinds. The 8 muses, thousands of years ago, were the goddesses, I love that, of science and the art. Okay, my guest today is Carol Nurisso. Carol, thank you very much for coming.
Sure.
It's a really great plan, good. I'm really happy that you're here. How long have you been in this area?
15 years.
15 years.
Yes.
Okay, where do you live?
I live in Lake of the Pines in Auburn.
Okay. I wasn't aware of that. I'm glad you've been here that time. I know several people who live there. Where did you live before?
I was in outside of San Francisco in Pacifica.
Okay.
And I taught for 45 years.
What did you teach?
Chemistry.
Chemistry. Oh my God, you're brilliant.
In chemistry.
Well, that started it.
Yeah.
And now you're chemistry. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And math.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's brilliant, Phil. She's brilliant. Oh my. Okay. So why did you come up here?
Well, friends of ours moved up here to Lake of the Pines. She's my best friend, and so we would bought a home that was in terrible condition.
Oh.
So we would come up on weekends and help them
Make
with
it
construction, painting, and all that kind of stuff.
How kind.
And fell in love with the area. So we were close to retirement. So when we retired, we looked around and found a house in Lake of the Pines. And,
Good.
And we're just a couple blocks away from our friends.
Oh, neat. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. That's
Yes.
wonderful. This area is just fabulous.
It's
and
beautiful.
I'm really, really very happy to live here. Okay, I have met you. You work with a retreat program for
Yes.
women who have a family member in prison.
Yes.
And what is that called?
It's called Kairsos outside.
Okay, what does Kairsos?
Well,
Outside.
Kairos is actually a Greek word, one of the Greek words for love. And
Okay.
this is familial love and caring.
Yeah.
So the organization, which is under the umbrella of Kairos Prison Ministry, has 3 branches. One is Kairos, which is for the inmates, and it's a program of just loving and caring and finding a spiritual dimension to their lives, and it's been very, very successful throughout the prison ministries all over the United States. It started at San Quentin in San Francisco and has reached out from there. As soon as they saw that it was valuable for the inmates, they realized also that there were the women at home
Yeah.
who had no support.
Sometimes the men at home too.
Well, yes, men and women, but this program is specifically for women.
Yeah.
And so they realized that these women are supporting their either friend or family member in prison and had get no support on the outside or very little. And so from the Kairos inside came the Kairos outside within a few years
help the people
to help the women inside. And we do also help with the men because they can help in the kitchen and they do all the cooking and all the serving and all the cleaning. And it just brings the women, and it makes them feel so wonderful to be cared for like that.
Now, how did you get involved with this?
Well, prior to that, 50 years ago or more, I made
50 years ago. Okay. 50, really? Okay. How did you what got you there?
Well, it was a program called Curcio, which means a what is a Cursillo? It's a mini course in
It's
Christianity.
50 years ago, yes.
And it's a retreat for anyone that wants to get revitalized in their religious growth. And it's non-denominational, but it is Christian.
Uh-huh.
And it's a 4-day weekend. And it was there that I found just how much caring and loving can do to help people. And from that, out of the Cursillo has grown the Kairos and the Kairos outside. So I've been involved with the Kairos outside almost since the beginning, about 40 years ago.
That's when it started.
Yes.
And you've been involved for 40 years.
Yes, and I have worked in the kitchen. I have been a table leader for facilitating discussions. I've given talks. And most of the time I was music director. I play the guitar and sing.
Oh my!
And I would say that if you asked me one thing that had the greatest impact on changing my life was the Cursillo program. And I worked that for many years. And out of it came the Kairos Outside, and I immediately got involved with that as well. And I have found that by helping and giving and supporting, I not only give, but I receive so much more. And I kept working more groups because I wanted to give back what I received, and I just kept getting more to come to me. And I finally realized, oh, that's what it's all about. And so giving and supporting people has been a major part of my life.
Helping others makes you help yourself.
Yes.
Helping others makes you help yourself. I'm so proud of you. I am so proud. And I can imagine that it makes you feel just wonderful.
Yes. Yes.
All the time, even when you might be sort of, but there, I'm doing this too. This is happening too, even though this is happening.
Yes.
But you have this to back onto.
Yes.
And jump back into.
Yes. And after doing this for many, many years, it is very time consuming and energy consuming. And my energy just isn't what it used to be. So so I continue to support the Kairos Outside by making teddy bears.
Okay, let's see one of those, or what one of. And where did you buy those?
I made those.
You made those.
Yes, I've been making teddy bears for over 20 years. I probably have made over 500.
500. And this look. Okay, let's look at this. This is full. This is full, and this does this, and it has eyes, and this does this. Oh my God!
And everyone has a heart inside.
It has a heart inside.
Yes.
How do you know? Because I put it there. You put it there. I can't feel it, but I can't feel mine, but I know it's there.
Right.
And it's got a nose and eyes. Oh my goodness, Carol, they're both just gorgeous.
I use about 17 different kinds of fabric. So they come in all colors, and I always make more than there are guests arriving, because they get to choose.
I understand.
They choose their own bear, and I don't want the last person to not have a choice. And so I always make more. And I don't do this alone. Many of the women who are part of the Kairos, and also just plain old friends, they'll come over to help me stuff or to sew up the seams. And so it's a group effort, and it builds community.
I can imagine. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, if somebody wants, and you got involved in this because you think it's a good idea, it's good for people.
Yes.
It's good for people.
Yeah, it's supporting, loving, caring. That's what everyone needs. And people who are dealing with their family members or friends being in prison is so stressful. They need people to know. They need to know that people are there to help them, to support them, and to love them.
Yes, yes. And sometimes maybe their husbands don't were angry, and are angry, but somebody they won't. I can imagine that they'd be so annoyed that they couldn't talk to them
And they need
easily.
such support.
Yes,
So, in whatever the situation being, that they have gone through a trauma in their lives,
sure.
even though they did not cause the problem.
Mhm.
And a lot of people just assume that because they support their son or daughter or husband, or that they were involved in whatever.
Oh,
And it's it's not the case.
yeah,
And oftentimes they knew nothing about it
right.
until the end. So we just love them. And the program involves having, we have speakers that within the team. Let me go back a little.
Okay.
When we form the team, it takes 6 months. And we meet once a month, and we get to know each other, and we support each other, because some of those women have come from Cursillo or Kairsos outside others, or they have been in prison themselves.
Mm.
And so we develop this loving friendship so that we can be an example to the girls, ladies that come, to know that it is possible to be cared for and loved and enjoy good things in life.
Yes.
So, and then once our team is formed, and we then assign talks and who's going to work in the kitchen, who's going to do the table leading, and who leads the music, and so we get that all organized so that when they come, they are greeted with such love. And it is a Christian base, but is no particular denomination.
Okay.
And so we just give talks of our experiences, so that we're at tables in a family group, and so they can talk with each other. And we tell them we will not ask what the person did, how long are they in for, why are you still supporting them? None of those questions.
Okay.
Because this retreat is not for them. This is for you. If you want to tell us, that's fine, but we will not ask. And so that gives them this feeling of security,
Yeah.
that people actually care, and they don't want to know the other stuff.
Okay.
And then we just kind of shower them with love, we have great discussions, lots of music, and lots of surprises that will bring joy to their hearts.
What kinds of surprises?
Well, one of the things
I can imagine this is
Yes.
a surprise.
Yes, this is the surprise. We do this on the night they arrive, and we have there's all different places that we use. Sometimes they have a room of their own. Sometimes they're sleeping in a large group. And so what we do is we start with a fairy tale and tell them a bedtime story, and ask them to come and pick a bear. And we tell them, this bear is not for you to give to your grandchildren, but you can if you want. But this is your bear.
Mm.
And that sometimes they just carry it around the whole weekend. It's just so touching
Yeah.
and beautiful. And then so that would be the night that they arrive. And then in the morning they might find little gifts or thoughtful things, some flowers, just supporting them, and little things of love.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want to give away too much, because anybody that's going to participate, I don't want them to know all the cute things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where is this organization?
It started.
Where do you go?
Yeah.
In this case?
Well, there's in California. There's a northern section and there's a southern section. I think at least two. There might be three. And so the Kairsos outsides that I've worked have been in the Bay Area.
Okay.
And San Anselmo or Oakland, wherever we can find a facility that will allow us to house the women and also prepare the meals. And that's the tough one, because most in places that rent, they want to do the meals themselves. But we find places, and it's right now it's international. It's all over the world now. It started in San Francisco area, but it's all over the world.
It's all over the world.
Yes.
And so you somehow you get people whose husbands are in prison. How do you get them?
Well, a lot of time it's word of mouth.
Uh-huh.
It's pamphlets that we put in churches, but a lot of it is in line as the women are waiting to visit their person. They meet up and talk with other women who have already done this.
We've done this. You'd love it. Come with us.
That's right.
Okay.
And then, but it's basically word of mouth. But we try and get the word out in a lot of different ways. We do fundraisers because we don't charge them, and so we pay as the Kairos Outside Committee to raise money so that we can afford for them to show up.
Okay.
And it's just amazing.
I agree. If you are interested in this, you can do two things. Her email, Carol, Carol, at nurisso.com. Again, Carol at nurisso.com. Or Kairo, Kairos, prison ministry.org. Kairos prison ministry.org. And there's a lot of stuff involved, and it's fascinating, and I'm so amazed that you've done this for most of your life.
Yes.
Yeah. And it makes you happy.
Oh, absolutely.
And when we were first talking, I think you said that there were some people who told you that you shouldn't be doing this. Why would they say that?
Well, I think maybe you misunderstood me. I've never been told.
I can imagine that.
I've never been told you shouldn't do this.
Oh, good.
But the women who come as guests have been told that, in terms of, their just family members or friends or whatever, thinking that they're going to do some horrible thing to you or whatever. Why are you doing this?
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, be careful. In other words.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I understand.
They are being careful. If they come to you with one of these. Oh my. Okay. And why the teddy bears? What made you feel making teddy bears?
Well, when I first started with the Kairos Outside program, which is near the beginning, I think I was the second team that actually did it, and they were buying little teddy bears at Kmart or like grocery stores or whatever, whenever they're on sale, so that they would have something to give to the ladies. And so we were collecting teddy bears. And then I have always loved teddy bears. And as a teacher, we had an intercession program, and a friend of mine and I decided we were going to teach the girls how to make teddy bears. Neither of us have ever made teddy bears. So,
well, we all learn together.
That's kind of what teachers do. And so her mother collected teddy bears and books on how to make teddy bears. So we got the book and found a place where we could buy all the supplies. And we we had to sign up, thinking we'd get a few kids. Well, we had 49 students sign up to want to make teddy bears.
Oh my!
So it was pandemonium, and but we had fun. So 2 years later, again we had intercession, and it was time for us to decide. We said, let's do that again.
Mhm.
So I remembered that it took a yard for each teddy bear. Well, when we got all the materials,
Only 1 yard, huh?
and we got all the materials, and they cut out their bears, and I scooped up the materials afterwards, and there seemed to be more material left than we started.
Oh my goodness.
And I go, how can that be? And then I realized, yes, it's 1 yard long, but you can get 3 or 4 teddy bears out of a yard. So we had all this leftover fur. Now the kids paid for it, so I said, does anyone want to have more fur so you can make more teddy bears? And one girl did, but no one else did. And I said, what am I going to do with all this fur?
Uh-huh.
And I I thought, well, I'm working with Kairsos outside. We give them bears. Why not make them a handmade bear?
Mhm.
And that's where it started,
Yeah.
by a mistake.
Yes, yes. Wow. And I also remember when we first talked that the some of the guys involved with prison don't like this. I thought that they didn't like it because they wanted. Okay, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
Yeah, I don't recall
Okay.
that.
So how often are people coming in to help? How many are? How do people say, oh yes, let me know, let me come
But for the teddy bears
Yeah.
or for the retreat? For the teddy bears?
to help?
Well, to help me make teddy bears, I get people saying that all the time, and they do. I do call them, and they come and they help with
Uh-huh.
making the bears, and it's a party. It's so much fun. Yes.
Oh my.
Yes.
Okay.
And but as far as guests coming to the actual retreat, it's hard to find them because it's so private. It's such a hard thing to deal with, and they don't broadcast it. A lot
No.
of people don't even know.
Okay.
But it's mostly through churches and through meeting in line at the visitors line
Uh-huh.
in prison that we get the word out.
Do you go there at prison? Or
No, I've never done
Okay.
The prison part of it, but because all of the Kairos outside is done in facilities that we rent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So do people come back to you to say hello? I'm doing fine, or he's out, or
Well, what happens is at the last day, we seat them in table groups with their zip codes, so that they get to know their somewhat close neighbors, and then we set them up with groups so that they meet regularly to continue the support of each other, not only for the groups, not only for the guests, but also for the team members that were on the team. So the emphasis really is not just for a 3-day weekend, but for a lifelong commitment. And so we continue to support them in all different ways.
So it's not three days.
Right.
It's not 3 days. They find people who lots of people who understand them.
Yes. Understand them, love them, support them, and they form long-term friendships. I still meet with women that I worked 40 years ago. We still have time we go online and have a little support group ourselves.
Okay.
And we encourage that so that you can have a support system. This is not an easy thing that these women go through.
No, not at all.
And so they can come back and work a team. They can help with fundraising. And they can be supported with other people that love them and care for them.
Yeah.
So, and they can help with teddy bears.
I can imagine. I can also imagine that it hurts to get rid of these, to put them away, to get them out of your head, out of your arms. But no, you're used to it. You're used to it.
Hmm.
You love to do that.
Yes, I do. I love it, and I love giving them away. I love seeing the women walking around holding these bears, and so no, I have no problem with giving them away.
Okay. Have any of them said anything about I gave it to my husband?
I haven't heard that.
Okay.
I know that some of them give them to their grandchildren or other maybe their daughter or something. But I've never heard anyone say that they gave it to someone inside the.
Okay.
I'm not sure they can. I don't know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. But it makes them feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Makes them, and it makes them know people who understand.
Mhm.
You understand, and the other groups, the people who come understand.
Yes.
Yeah, and that's helpful. That it makes things better.
You know, that's true.
This makes it better.
Well, it's a real, thing that they have,
Yeah.
and not just a memory, but a physical,
Yeah.
and it's holdable.
Yes. And you think brown and green. I mean red. No, white. What other colors? Any color?
Well, I've got 17 different fabrics. And many, many shades of brown. I've got like dark brown, black. I've got pink, green, blue, purple, white.
Wow.
and many, many shades of brown.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't begin to do it, but I'm thrilled. I'm gratified. And you aren't asking for money, but would the group like money?
Oh yes, we're
Okay.
always doing fundraising.
Okay.
Like I said, because we don't charge them.
Yeah.
And so we have to find the money that will pay for the facilities we rent and so
Okay.
forth. And if anyone wants to make a donation, we openly
Of course.
agree to that.
Yes. Okay. So if people want to help by any way, email Carol at Nurisso.com, Nurisso.com. And if you want to learn even more, Kairsos, Kairos, prison, ministry.org. And I'm thrilled that you came,
Thank you.
and I'm impressed at what you've done and what you are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah, and thank you. I'll see you later.